Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Studio Series 86 Voyager class ironhide figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're then going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're then going to do some comparisons and some display ideas with a few other ironhide figures. So we've got lots of comparisons because we've got pretty much one of his latest releases in the Generations toy line. We've got his latest release in the movie toy line, and of course we can have, just for a little bit of a joke, a comparison with his Generation 1 self. I will of course do some display ideas with some other figures from the Studio Series 86 toy line. Now, the Studio Series 86 toy line is fantastic because it is all figures from the Transformers cartoon movie in 1986. We've got lovely picture of him there on the front. We've got zoomed in over the head and bust there on the side. 86, number 17, unbelievable, the 17th figure from this movie already. We can see it's going to take 26 steps to transform. This is a Voyager class figure, that's why even though he's not taking up much space in there, because the transformation process on here, lovely full version of him there at the side, is supposed to be quite intricate and indeed tricky. So I think the only thing to do just before I cut this open is thank Robot Recruits, who sent this to me after I pre-ordered it nice and safely. And again, this is another one of them figures that I'm really excited to see. I've seen pictures of this on the internet. I've not seen any other reviews just yet, and I can't wait to see him in hand myself. He looks quite chunky, to be fair. He does look really good. There's the instructions. We've got the, I suppose, fake. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's got stuck with the sellotape. This is, oh, damn. There we go. It's ripped the backing. This is the cardboard. This is the one that's fake, shall we say. That is the main background. That is, of course, inside the Autobot ship at the beginning, before unfortunately he meets his demise. And what we've got on the back of this is accessories there, and we've already seen we've got some loose tape. What I need to do now though is set him free from here, and then we can do some first impressions. Okay then, so I've set him free from his packaging, and first impressions of this guy is he does feel quite weighty. So he does feel quite chunky, and in a way I suppose this is exactly the reason why they are saying he's a Voyager class figure, because of the engineering that's gone into him. He looks really good. He really does. Look at that head sculpt. I mean, that is a fantastic cartoon accurate head sculpt. Lovely blue eyes there, lovely silver faceplate, lovely translucent window, silver bumper, of course that's going to be. There is hardly any gaps. There's just these little gaps here at the back of his wrists, back of the legs, there's nothing really at all. Like I said, it feels robust. Shoulders, this is really stiff. It goes all the way around. It'll go out to the side. We've got a swivel underneath. We've got a bicep flexion. We do have a wrist swivel. We've got waist swivel. Head is on a ball and socket? Yes, it is. It'll go up and down. Ball, joint or mushroom, not ball and socket. This looks like a little bit of a skirt, and indeed full range of motion with this, bending of the knee, and even a swivel. Look at that. For those of you new to the channel, again, I don't watch other people's reviews. I see some pictures, so a lot of these things are exactly that, for complete first impressions of these figures of myself. Ankle tilt and rock. Really impressed with this guy. Feels great. As I said, we've already seen the proper backdrop, of course, from the Autobot ship. Instructions are there, and we've got these two accessories. Are they exactly the same? They do look exactly the same. So overall first impressions, really good, in honesty. So what we're going to do for the rest of the video, we're going to have a quick look at him in his alternate mode, and then we're going to come back with him in robot mode, do some comparisons, and of course do some display ideas. Okay then everybody, we are back. He's in the alternate mode, and quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. It's normally for 2 reasons, but it's for 3 this occasion. Number 1, I want to keep the main length of the video down. Number 2, because it's a new figure, and I've got to confess the transformation process is fantastic. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. And of course the third reason is, if you have a look at this now, I don't know if it's a problem with mine, but you will see, if you want to see the transformation process video, I'm having a real real hard time trying to get this to fully hold in. I can still get the transformation done enough for the video, but whether it's this one's defective, whether it's comment, I don't really know. Again, I don't watch anybody else's reviews. Please let me know in the comments if this is common or if anybody else is having this same problem. Anyway, again, you can see the transformation process separately uploaded. In the meantime, the alternate mode is great. There is obviously no huge visible feet on the back, which, although I've not transformed him, I'm sure you can remember these were literally sticking out the back of the alternate mode. The wheels, of course, all go around freely, which I know sounds really obvious, but it is something to check. The only, well, there's a couple of teeny little negatives. One for mine is the fact that that isn't clipping together. The other is we've got a bit of a mismatch colour scheme of plastic here. It's a bit like the G1 one originally, to be fair, and I think the reason why that is because we've got metal and plastic together. So that obviously was the reason for these guys. With this one, not too sure. Obviously he's missing his iconic yellow stripe. I don't know the reason for that, but you can see it's a great homage and indeed a great update to this G1 original. Now, the other thing that you'll notice is that these two tabs are on the roof. Now, this is, of course, looking like it's going to be ready to attach a light bar for when we have the, of course, redeco and retool imminent of Ratchet. But you can use them. So we can take these gun accessories and you can attach these to the roof like so. So at least you can use them, you know, they're not just stuck there. When you've got the weapons on them as well, it's not too bad at all. It completely disguises them. It looks okay, and it pretty much, I say, covers most things up. The only thing, I suppose, obviously with this, they did have a little base mode, but of course they're not going to have that on here. I'm just looking at this and I'm wondering if you could, or if you wanted to, perhaps maybe store these. If you wanted to underneath, that'll fit in maybe, but it's not designed to go there, I don't think. I've had a look at the instructions. Although it fits perfectly, to be honest, it doesn't say anything else in the instructions on where to store them. Only in robot mode, which I'm going to be showing you in a second. Yeah, just double checking on the instructions, and it does. Oh, in fact, no, what have we got? It does say something there as well about on the underside. So, oh wow, yeah, this, of course, this looks really good. Okay, so what we can do is we can attach these here like so. See, good job I checked them, and there they look like twin exhausts. That's very good. Again, I say this, I don't know many people who use these stands, especially, obviously, it's not going to be used while he's in alternate mode. There's not much more to say about that, to be honest. I think, as I say, it's good. I'm hoping this is just mine. I'm not hoping it's just mine, but I'm hoping it's not a massive problem and everybody else hasn't got this. The reason why I'm reasonably okay with it is because I am only going to be displaying him in robot mode, which we're going to come back now, and he's going to be in. Okay, then back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and let's see how he looks doing some poses, and of course with his accessories. So before we put them in his hands, just in case there's anybody out there who wants to store them away whilst he's not in his while you don't want him holding them, you can store them on the back like so. Again, let me know in the comments if you're one of these people who likes to, when in robot mode, store the accessories at the back. It's just one of them things that I suppose I don't really understand. I mean, sometimes, yeah, don't get me wrong, there's so many of them. Like, of course, the Cliff Jumper and the Bumblebee Goldbug, etc. There's loads. But with regards to this guy, they've surely got to go in his hands. Anyway, the other place you can store them is on the back, like so. But again, I'm just going to be showing you that because I think, obviously, they've got to go in his hands. They're not too big, they're not too overbearing. What I mean by that is, of course, the Bumblebee movie version where he's got the giant weapon, which we'll do a little comparison with in a second. So poseable. The spins on the legs, look, as I say, it's all covered up. It's brilliant. There's no big holes there. The only holes, as I say, at the back, perhaps they could have filled them in. I'm not but again, it's that you obviously understand has got to fold in. Back of the hands, perhaps they could have filled in. Don't know why they didn't. Just great. There we go. As bad as this is going to sound, and sorry for bringing back all them horrible memories, everybody, Ironhide's Last Stand. There you go, at the front of the ship as well. Right, okay, let's move this out of the way. Let's do some Ironhide comparisons. So let's start off with, in fact, let's go right over here, just so we can fit him in. So this is the newest version. This is my other newest version. I don't unfortunately have the Siege. In fact, let's do a couple with him first, because obviously this is where most people are going to be discussing the fact that this was a deluxe and this is a Voyager. Hopefully you've been able to see by the transformation process just how good this guy is, and of course the fact, you know, the feet's huge. The feet, they were ridiculous sticking at the back, let's be honest. And from the back, oh, there's different coloured reds as well, and all these extra parts in the roof, etc. It all just folds out of this nice and intricate. He's about the same height, but this, again, the weight in this guy's huge compared to this. Anyway, let's continue with what I was going to do. So newest, next newest, I'm just going to do the generation ones for now. This is one of the first proper upgrades of him, and then of course the original with, of course, the third party upgrade head on him as well. Okay, let's move these over because I can fit in the other one, because we have had 2 ironhides this year. So this is, of course, the Generations toy line, and then this is the weapon that I was on about, the hugely overbearing. It's just too big for him. Oh, nearly knocked everything over then. There we go. Bumblebee movie, ironhide. And there you go. There's a shot for you. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite. I think, to be honest, it's got to be him. Obviously, everybody knows I've got an affiliation and I really love my Generation 1 figures, but I'm going to discount him for now. This is great. He really is very, very good. Okay, that's enough of the ironhides done. Let's move these out of the way and just do a few of the Studio Series 86. We don't need to do loads. Another one I think is important that I do need to do is this guy, because again, Voyager class, same price point, but obviously came with a load of accessories. This guy, however, same price point, much, much bigger, much, much heavier, much, I wouldn't say much more going on, but again, they've both got nice, intricate transformation processes, and they both look very good. Jazz, there we go, deluxe on that side. And then I've got a leader class there, Grimlock, as well, to be honest. So you can see how he fares up and against all of them. And I think, as I say, I think he looks great. I'm hoping that mine, maybe it'll ease off as I transform it a couple more times, but to be honest, that probably isn't going to happen. He's going to stay exactly like that for now. Let me know what you think of him in the comments anyway. I'm impressed with him, and yeah, hope you guys haven't got the same issue as I have. Take care, everybody.